Good afternoon, guys. This is Stephen Howard. My dog Gecko. Gecko's doing pretty good. She's a great dog, great companion. I really enjoy my time with her. She's a good friend. I got a little sap on her. You okay? Did you eat that other sap? It kick up on your leg? No. Well, we've been living out here in the Spring Mountains going on 3 months. Pretty crazy, actually, but it seems to be working. It's a beautiful area. All the pinyon pines. I've been studying the essential oils that are out here. Probably do some harvesting. I need to check on a permit with the parks, but should be able to do some pretty good harvesting, get some oil out of these trees through their berries. The juniper berry is very expensive essential oil, and there's a couple 100,000 acres out here. So definitely an idea that came to me. Is something that I could be doing. Other than that, I've been working on the movie, working on the one-liners and the spiritual messages and the things that'll go inside the movie. I think that people, we all know the way. It's intrinsic. It's in our DNA. It's in our forehead, in our third eye. But we all see the way. We all know the way to fulfillment, prosperity, survival, abundance, manifestation, all the things that you need to make it through this life, we're born with. And over time, I think what happens is we all sort of forget, or we choose not to look at the painful things and the cycles and the lessons and all of the things that we learn over our lifetime many times over. And you finally reach that age where you're like, hey, life isn't going to go on forever. Maybe I should take some of those things into consideration and start utilizing the tools that I have to do exactly what I want to do. So that's what I've been doing. People don't understand, they're like, why don't you go get a job? Why don't you do what the rest of us have done? Why don't you spend your time differently? There's all these suggestions about what you should do. And what you should do is your dream. You should execute your dream. You should focus on what sustains you and helps you, and do a lot of self-love and making sure you're okay, your pets are okay, your loved ones are okay. And the rest, the universe takes care of everything else. It's really not up to you, and you can't force destiny. I see a bunch of people out there just like, it's almost like hamsters on a treadmill, and they're not really getting anywhere, but they're on this treadmill and they're like, well, why am I stuck here? Why am I staying in this one spot? Why is it not working for me? And the reason is because your thought or your programming is what you should do, what everybody says you should do. You should go get a job. You should go, try and work something where then you should get a place, and you should have a, expensive car payment, and you should have insurance, and you should have all of the things that everybody else has. And what you start to lose sight of is yourself. well, what makes me happy? What makes me fulfilled? What is going to make my life go in the direction that I want to go in? And it's not necessarily going to that 9 to 5 job every day. Um, a lot of the things that I've done in life, have been off of invention. I invented a kayak for surfing, and it took money, it took work, it took belief, it took time, and the results were not necessarily that great. But what I can tell you is I made it to world championships. I took number 2 in the world. The boat made it into Outside and Paddler magazine. There's people that still talk about that kayak, that the 1,100 kayaks that were made. There's still a few of them out there that are for sale and available, and it seems to be like a relic in time. So I'm very proud of all of the energy and effort of everybody that put into the kayak project, and I'm very proud of myself for becoming a world champion. Um, you know, to be able to go over and fly over to Scotland and have a dry suit and paddle in the event and do very well in my heats, and even have English guys fighting for you because I almost got disqualified. I didn't follow a rule. I paddled out before the heat began. So, there's a lot of miracles that happen in your life, and you don't understand why it failed or why you are where you are after everything you've been through. You should be you should be a CEO of a company by now. You should be uh you know not in this boat at all. You should be. Well, things happen in your life, and you happen to life happens to you. You can go all the way through your life, be a millionaire, be super successful, and then all of a sudden one day, well, nowadays, people are nearly getting beaten to death on videos. Something that changes your life that happens to you, and it changes the trajectory of everything. So, that being said, I stopped a robbery. I had a motorcycle accident. I had a car accident. I was divorced. I went through a lot of pain, a lot of loss. But, I've come out the other side a stronger version of myself. It's like Steve 2.0. You know, I've come back stronger with less virus, in my soul, and dropped off all of the dark shit and stuff that I was focused on that had nothing to do with where I'm headed or what I'm trying to do. And yeah, today is Father's Day. I'm out here. I'm watching on Facebook and everything. Everybody, you know, somebody came in, has a picnic at my camp. So it's their Father's Day, so I let them have it. But you know, I'm a good father. I was a good father, a good husband. Some things happened. I ended up divorced, and I lost my parental rights. And I'm only allowed to see my daughter when somebody feels that I'm doing whatever their manipulation says that I should do. And it's really sad for me because I'm sitting out here in the wilderness today instead of having, something done for me. And, not even a phone call will happen today, I doubt. I already said Happy Father's Day to my father, and he said same to you. And, we don't have the best relationship, but, you only get one dad. So it's a little rough for me today. Not going to get all emotional about it. I've been trying to keep myself emotionally balanced because it's real easy for me to go into the negative or why or how or how I feel about it. you can only imagine losing your parental rights, and my 7-year-old she's gonna turn 7 in a week or two, and yeah, I'm just worried. I'm real worried about everything, and I don't know exactly what the plan is, but I know that God has a plan for me. Heaven's got a plan for you, Swedish House Mafia. There's a destiny. I hope that both of my daughters know that I love them and that I am their father, and um, that I just love them unconditionally, that I would die for them, and that I hope both my children are safe and happy and healthy. My daughter Samantha graduated from EMT school and is going to be riding in the back of the ambulance for a fire department in New Mexico. So very excited for her. Congratulations, Samantha. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of my daughter Marley. She's an honor roll student at the Legacy Schools in Henderson, and just a great kid. Marley is a special kid, really empathic. Both my daughters are very special. I wish I had better relations with both, and I just want to wish you guys a happy Father's Day. To those fathers going through this like I am, realize you're still a great dad and you're still a great person and you still have a lot to offer your children. Unfortunately, circumstances don't allow that right now. So, and for those of you who do have your children, hold them close, give them a big hug, and really realize that that as a father you are very cherished, and your opinions do matter, and relationships are amazing. If I can turn the camera, there's a hummingbird. Did you see that? I hope you saw that. It's a sign. It's one of my relatives saying it's going to be okay. A hummingbird just landed on the branch at eye level to me and gave me a look. And I've been getting a lot of bird signs lately, a lot of animal signs. And, if you're getting them too, we're on the right path. Our ancestors are watching and they're very proud of us. And we had to go through all of the stuff that we went through in the past few months in order to gain the strength to get ready to go through what we're about to, which is the greatest life you could ever achieve. You're gonna be living your best life very soon, and so am I. So one love, everybody. Happy Father's Day. Mahalo. My buddy Chris Childress in Hawaii. Congratulations, you're a new father. So happy Father's Day to you, buddy. I imagine it's interesting having a kid in these times. So enjoy the baby time. Take lots of photos. And once again, one love, everybody. Love is always the best answer.